Well, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today's video is a follow-up to the video on the in-game shop in Pokemon TCG Live. When I made that video the other day, I was not aware that you can in fact purchase the old theme decks within Pokemon TCG Live. I know Pokemon, when they said they were going to release the earlier expansions, that we could purchase packs from the Sun and Moon era, which we see them here like Sun and Moon and such in the shop when they're expansions. They said they're going to have the theme decks, but I expected them to appear under the bundles, okay? Because that's where the other products had been, but they didn't show up there. The earliest one was still November of 2019, and so there's nothing pre Sword and Shield within the bundles. But what I found out is under the expansions, they also list products, which really essentially are bundles. Well, it's similar to things in bundles because the bundles include things like League Battle Decks, as well as the EX Battle Decks and the V Battle Decks. And the EX and V Battle Decks are very much like the theme decks. They've replaced them in terms of what Pokemon sells. So I figured the theme decks would be under bundles, but no, they've actually put them under the expansions. In fact, here under Paradox Rift, there's the booster packs, but they also have product collections, and I believe these are actually the ones available here are not available under the bundles. So I'm going to have to do a little more research just to make sure I understand everything here. I still don't think these products listed in the product collections are ones you should buy, but I'll double check, and if there's anything that seems to be a valuable purchase, I will make a video about that. We think things like the ETBs, the Elite Trainer boxes, are available under product collections. I was not aware of that. I still don't think you should buy the ETBs. You get some packs, but it's better to get the cards other ways. But the important thing here for this is we can get the old theme decks here. So if I click under Cosmic Eclipse under the expansions, right, I could buy the packs for that. Again, I don't recommend that. Craft the individual cards that you find you want from that, but you can actually purchase these theme decks. In fact, I did as part of a theme deck tournament recently that was run on the new simulator. Now you can play these decks. You can purchase the deck for 600 crystals. You're probably better off crafting the deck, although if you really don't have very many of the cards in the deck, then you should probably, then it is worth purchasing. But if you have a decent number of the cards, craft the missing cards instead. You can play it in the live expanded beta, but you can't do friend matches. It's not ranked. So you can't actually run an event with it. You're going to pair into other random decks. Live expanded beta is a big mishmash of things, but quite frankly, almost every deck you're going to run into is going to be significantly better than your theme deck. So buying it, you don't really have a place to play it at this point. Even if you wanted it in live, you're just going to probably get crushed by either standard decks that are certainly better than these theme decks, or by actual true expanded decks, which are even better than standard decks. So you're not going to probably have a very fun time. Eventually, I think the live expanded beta will get sorted out so that it's no longer in beta, and you'll be able to do friend matches, and I'm assuming rank ladder with it. So then you could have a themed tournament, and I maybe there'll even be some alternate format like this. All right, I didn't want to click that. So if I click Cosmic Eclipse, so you can find all the theme decks. Something like Hidden Fate, a special set, did not have theme decks, but any of the main sets. There's Soaring Storm under Unified Minds, which is, I think, probably the strongest of the theme decks. That costs 600 crystals, which is expected. The other thing I want to point out is you can get the during Sword and Shield, the first year Sword and Shield, there were theme decks as well. So if I click under Vivid Voltage, then I can get the Charizard theme deck, which you can purchase that there as well. Again, you probably should just craft the cards you're missing, but it is nice to know it's there if you really want the deck and you don't have almost, if you really have few to none of the cards, go ahead and purchase it. But like I said, right now, you don't really have a valuable place to play it. You can play it under the expanded beta. I'll just click to it in case you're not too familiar with it. And you know what, I will do a video down the road on expanded because it is interesting. But you have to come to casual, and then you click this tab to get to expanded beta, and then you will jump in. In fact, I have Towering Heights, a theme deck here, but if I jump in, I'm just going to do this while I'm winding out the video. Probably I'm going to match into a deck that is highly overpowered, and I also don't know how long it's going to take to actually find a matchup here. So anyway, within the shop, you can get theme decks. You have to go under the expansions where you'd normally go to get packs, and they have some products there. It's a little confusing, but it is there. So take a look and take a look at the shop. I'm just going to have some gameplay for briefly just to see what I'm matching up to as this video winds down. All right, things are taking a bit of time here. I was hoping to find out what the deck is, but perhaps this is okay, my opponent's, I think, responded. Expanded could just be someone's accidentally clicked in here. Okay, I have one starter. Okay, actually, that's not terrible. I have draw energy, can attack with it. So, but let's see what I'm up against. That was really my question, and still waiting to find out that. Once I find out what it is, I will end this video. And if you obviously you could have shut down earlier. I'm just kind of letting the recording run a little bit while I see what it is. So an Arceus deck, which is certainly going to be more powerful to me, although they are weak to me. So anyway, this is not what the deck's about. So take care and have fun playing Pokemon.